NoDQ.com.
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 NoDQ.com. NoDQ.com.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday, the last Monday of February here in 2024. I am Jeff Meacham. This is Talk Wrestling. You're watching across the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, as well as NoDQ.com. We thank you for doing that, by the way. I don't know why the NoDQ sticker is not in that little thing, so we're just going to put this back up because I'm not even on Greg's channel today. I don't know what the hell. I need to redo my graphics, clearly. But anyway, it's good to see everybody that's in so far. I did put it up during the course of the little intro. Thank you to everybody watching across all the outlets. Much, much appreciated. Good to see Walter already here. Brando, the day is going better than I deserve, brother. I'll tell you what. And JJ, good to see you in here. I know you're on your way to go get the kiddos, so appreciate you stopping in while you can. We are live, as always, Matthew. Good to see everybody. It is the last Monday of February. I can't believe we're already here. Friday is my birthday. It's going to be 41 on this big old ball of blue that I've been existing. Crazy. Dwayne, everything is copacetic. Thank you for that. And yes, we all hope Jay is feeling better. We know he had to unfortunately not do For Love Wrestling this morning, but we hope the Renegade is feeling better as we move along into this Monday. 2 hours to go until Monday Night Raw goes live to the East Coast for you members of the WWE Universe. For us West Coast folks, it's going to be a little longer. But in any event, a lot of cool stuff happening in the world of wrestling. As you guys are well aware, you know, we're on that road to WrestleMania, just 40 days. I can't believe it that we're inside of 6 weeks already. Just came off Elimination Chamber. Congratulations to Rhea Ripley retaining her championship over Nia Jax. Not a surprise necessarily, but still a really cool moment for her in her homeland over down under in Australia. Congratulations to Becky Lynch and to Drew McIntyre, both of whom are going to WrestleMania to face the respective world champions. Of course, Rhea Ripley and Seth freaking Rollins. And, of course, we know the story will continue with Cody Rhodes and The Rock. Cody Rhodes laying out a challenge to The Rock for a one-on-one encounter coming up down the line here. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. Of course, The Rock will be in Glendale, Arizona this coming Friday for SmackDown. That place is sold out. You can't get in that place if you try. So you got to watch it on Fox like the rest of us normies. Again, Friday's my birthday, so I'll probably be watching from home. And yes, Matthew, very good point. We are officially on the road, the final leg of the road of seeing how Sting's retirement will lay out. Of course, we will have our coverage of AEW Revolution coming up this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, across the Multiverse of Media. It is the final night of Showtime. Showtime for the last time, as I've called it. It is Sting's last match. A little bittersweet. I fondly remember our conversation at the old Blockbuster Video all those moons ago about what the future of Sting would be. And that was back in May of 2001. And here we are in February going into March of 2024. And it's just now becoming a thing that Sting is going to hang it up. Maybe for good. Again, you know, he's had a send off in WWE that was kind of a whimper, if we're being honest. He had his final send off within TNA down in Alabama, where they're going to be for Dynamite this week for his last Dynamite. So there is that. Good to see you, Tom. And for those of you, I don't know how many of you in the NoDQ Galaxy are aware of this because NoDQ does cover the NWA a lot, but there is still a possibility of us covering the NWA show on Friday. We know it's going out live, or at least going out over the CW app. We just don't know if it's going to be broadcast live. That's the fun part about all this. We do not know as of now if it's going to be live as it happens from Dothan, or if it's just going to be shown on the episodes of Power. But if there is a live feed of Hard Times from the NWA, we will have it Saturday night for you across the multiverse media with JJ and Walter on comment. With Noah and Walter on commentary. So we'll see. We are playing the wait and see game, but we definitely have all of our usual shenanigans coming up this week. Pending JJ's bout with illness being better, he will be back tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock noon Pacific, with For Love of Wrestling. Of course, Staff Boy Sports Bar tomorrow in its usual time slot. Meach's Musings Wednesday this week because Thursday I have plans, kind of a birthday pre-gaming on Thursday, so I'll be doing Meach's Musings Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific. Simply Predicting for Revolution will be this Friday on my birthday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. Noah, JJ, and company. Again, I mentioned Revolution coverage on Sunday. The Greg Cherry Show, by the way, will be back March 13th, just prior to AEW's Dynamite episode of Big Business. He'll be bringing back Jack of all trades 2 weeks after that on Thursday, March 28th. And then Luck of the Draw returns about a week and a half after WrestleMania. So be on the lookout for all the stuff we got going on. I'm doing the shows already because not a whole lot of questions that are coming in yet. So just waiting for the questions to come in, guys. And again, I did put the ticker in there, but I'll go ahead and boop. There you go. That's we appreciate the support. We appreciate the views and the likes and the subscriptions and all the things, but we do this. We do this to generate the revenue. That's what I do anyway. And again, we'll go ahead and throw that link up there since Walter reminded me of it. I think it's over here. It is. So, as I've made everybody aware, both Dattila, our buddy at Rangers Wrestling, and myself are going to be attending the live TNA Sacrifice show, as well as the Impact tapings the next day out in Las Vegas. But you got to get JJ out there too. We're going to make it a team trip, right? So what we're asking is for everybody to head on over to PayPal. Any donation you guys can support is very much appreciated. We always do enjoy the super chats here, but super chats won't come in as far as through YouTube in time to get the Renegade #Renegade to Rebellion. So please, if you can, if I may be so blunt and bold, please help JJ get to Rebellion on April 20th. That's what we're asking for, is just a little help with that, because it is it's something we all want to do. We really want all going to go see this show. Again, it's April 20th, and my tickets are in, and we're trying to get JJ's ticket and hotel and flight squared away. So please, everybody, show us a little love here at the Multiverse of Media. Again, it was brought up, Sting's final week as an active wrestler this week, and all leading to Revolution on Sunday. A lot of talk on social today, I noticed, and throughout the last few months, honestly, about Sting's career and our favorite memories of Sting, and I'll ask the chat room, since there's no there is a question about Sami Zayn being added to the match at WrestleMania. Early still, I think, to assume that, but I would like Sami to have a path. I mean, he was in the main event of Night 1 last year, much to my delight, and delight of many of us that were PWG fans. Some of them still are. I'm not, because I just can't afford to go. But I can see Sammy maybe in a world title. I don't think he's going to win necessarily, and I think that him being in the match, if things play out the way I think they will, kind of lessens the impact of the cash-in from Damian Priest, because there's already 3 guys. If Sammy were to be in there and he won and was then cashed in on, I might be willing to go along with it, you know. But thank you for the question, Tom. So yeah, I'll ask everybody here in the chat, what is your enduring memory of Sting? What is your guys' memory of the enduring memory of the man called Sting, the icon of the franchise WCW, the icon of TNA, the long holdout for WWE, and now the AEW thing? JJ says, if things go well, I'm hoping to be back on the air Thursday for a review of Dynamite. I'm currently in what I call drain mode, lots of bathroom trips, lots of coffee. Okay, so be on the lookout for JJ to recap the entire week, the last 2 days of the week, because the poor man is I know that drain mode very well. I get it around here more often than I care to, if I'm being 100% honest. So JJ will be back, but again, we've got a ton of stuff coming up this week. If he is indeed back Thursday, I will say we have content Monday through Wednesday this week. So show JJ some love. Welcome him back on Thursday. Yeah, and exactly. I would say anything in Sting's entire career. The old surfer haircut Sting, the darker hair as he kind of led toward the transformation in 1996. All the things. Dwayne says, I love Joker. Oh, Walter says, I love Joker Sting. But I remember the pointing the bats and WCW not speaking for so long. It was just so different. Absolutely. Dwayne says, met him many times at Waffle House in Fayetteville, North Carolina, after shows. That was always his go-to. Waffle House is pretty good. I dig it. I dig it the most. So for me, and I'll always for more responses coming about the Stinger. For me, besides the meeting unexpectedly at my place of work, Blockbuster Video back in 2001, I will always remember. Okay, fair enough. JJ's want me to clarify. I will gladly clarify. He'll be recapping Dynamite. So if you want your fix of Raw recaps as well as NXT and Raw and NXT, there you go. Be looking out for Aaron Riff at NoDQ.com and Attila at Rangers Wrestling, both for Raw and actually neither one of them does not the NXT. I take that back. You're just gonna have to bite the bullet and watch NXT, people. NXT is a damn good show. We can't encourage you to watch that show enough anyway, because, and you know what? If it's a big if, I know it's a big word there. If we get to Tilla just 10 more subscribers over at Rangers Wrestling, she will be reviewing the premium live events and the TV specials for NXT. So we'll at least have her watching to keep with the product, if nothing else, right? So there you go. Him and RoboCop. Oh my God. So I was a fan later this year. In October 1990, I became a fan of wrestling, but I was not watching WCW even at that point. I'm actually going back and watching that stuff now. But yeah, May of 1990, Capital Combat, RoboCop, and the Stinger. Man, what a interesting pairing. To have RoboCop help Sting and Luger combat the Horsemen. Just a wild time. But WCW was pretty much their entire existence was the Wild West, right? Just one crazy thing after another. RoboCop and the Chamber of Horrors, Alvin Havoc 91, and what I'm watching now. So for people that aren't aware of what I'm currently doing, and I know a lot of the NoDQ folks don't watch over here on my other stuff on the regular, which is what it is. I ain't mad about it. I am currently embarking on a childhood binge, if you will. Basically, what I'm doing every day is going back and either watching the stuff I got to watch as a kid, starting October 1990, or fill in the blanks and stuff I didn't get to see. In this case, WCW prior to June of '94 when Hulk Hogan signed. Yes, I came over with Hogan. I'm full disclosure, but right now I'm in June of '92. And as you can see, there is quite the amount of stuff to watch. All these things, except for Beach Blast and Clash of Champions, are actually on YouTube. You just gotta know where to look, guys. But yeah, I'm watching WCW Worldwide, WWF Superstars, WCW Saturday Night, which is now called WCW Saturday Night as of 1992, and Wrestling Challenge from the WWF. Each and every Saturday, Sunday, those shows would air. It's definitely interesting to go back and watch this stuff and relive a lot of it or see a lot of it for the first time. Like I said, didn't watch a lot of WCW until Hogan came over. I was aware of it because of Ric Flair coming to WWE with the big gold belt, obviously, but didn't really watch religiously like I have been here lately. And seeing Jesse Ventura after I know Jesse was part of WCW for a while, but I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of WCW with him. All the Papa Shango, by the way, all Papa Shango. Oh my God! Like I'm right now in the Warrior Curse thing. Good grief, is that horrid? Wow. But yeah, I didn't get to watch all this stuff, and part of that is Sting being the world champion, going into Beach Blast against Cactus Jack, non-title, of course. Well, he's been binging too, been watching every Nitro, and then the pay-per-views. But I'm in '95. Well, there you go. So you're ahead of me. You're ahead of me in the game. Dwayne says probably his biggest Sting shocker was him arriving at Survivor Series 2014. Biggest disappointment was not getting him an Undertaker have that one. Yes, I agree. His WWE run was unfortunately cut way too short, and he didn't come over at a time where him Undertaker would have been like, oh my God, would have been a big deal, right? So it is unfortunate, but we didn't get to see it. JJ says his enduring memory is the Man Called Sting theme song. Maybe we can get Noah to sing that during the Revolution and watch along as a tribute to the Stinger. Hey, you know what? Since we'll be in March by then, if we can get a $25 worth of super chats cumulatively, not just one person, we'll go ahead and make it a little bit easier on you guys. $25 during the Revolution watch along, or better yet, during open mic night the night before, anytime between the time open mic night starts and the time Revolution ends. If we get that's too easy. You guys you do a little work. All right. If we get $50 cumulative super chats, no, you know what? I'm gonna be that guy. Between the start of open mic night, 11 o'clock Eastern Pacific Saturday night, and the end of Revolution, Dwayne's got it. $100 total super chats between the two channels, the Casa and the Jeff Meacham Network. So 50 each, in other words, if you want to keep it fair. We will have at least Noah, maybe me, because I actually know the song pretty well. But again, that'll be our little teaser, if you will, to our next major open mic night presentation special, if you will. I have that here somewhere. I know it's here because I just saw it. I will find it and I will put it up. There it is. I found it, by gum. So if you tune in this weekend, and both channels get 50 each over the course of open mic night and Revolution, which Dwayne is saying is done, so I love that. You guys will get to hear Noah, hopefully, but definitely one of us, do the Man Called Sting song from WCW as a little teaser for March 30th, when open mic night will be all the wrestling karaoke. And that'll be our final open mic night Saturday before WrestleMania. So that's our unofficial start to WrestleMania week, is the open mic night wrestling karaoke special. It's our second year doing that, and we look to keep it going every year. So be looking for that. That's what we're planning. That's what we're gonna do, boys and girls. And we'll give the Man Called Sting as a little teaser. I actually like that better, Dwayne. That is tremendous. If you've got the money right now, here, let me go and put that banner back up for you. Boom. There it is. That with your agreement to get that number for JJ instead is very much appreciated. Dwayne, that's too cool for school, man. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. And Sting says Jimmy King's all right by him. Jimmy King's all right with everybody, man. Jimmy King is arguably the greatest WCW World Champion of all time. I done said what the hell I said. And then Sean Dawkins says, "You love Jimmy King. I love Jimmy King. We're men, but we're not afraid to say it. We love other men." With the kids, yes, ready to rumble. An unfair gem, a unappreciated gem nowadays. Brando says, "My favorite Sting moment was the whole story bases and eights and main event mafia storyline." So that's a lot to unpack with that. Sting was involved with aces and eights as far as fighting them alongside the Hulkster. And then, of course, he was the man in the main event mafia along with Kurt Angle. So there you go. JD is reciting the whole thing here. "I love you." Sting punches him. Excited Gordy approaches Sting. David Arquette, of course. "Me too, man. Hit me. My turn." Sting knocks out Gordy. David Arquette was asked for trouble even back then. There you go. I did not get to see the O'Shea Jackson interview of Chris Van Vliet. I actually listened to Bobby Roode on Chris's show, and Bobby saying that he was officially done. I'm sad to see it. I know Bobby's been pretty beat up over the years. But just kind of is what it is, right? So I've always liked Bobby Roode. I thought he was an unbelievable talent in TNA. He didn't really he got a great lead in to WWE with the Glorious theme song, but it just never really fully worked out for Bobby. He's a producer now, and I know he's enjoying that work, and he made a great cameo doing the Glorious Bomb one more time with DIY when they got back together. So that was cool to see. We actually heard that on Open Mic Night when it happened. But yeah. I'd like to see who is his partner? Oh, Ziggler. Hold on, it's not gonna work. Yeah, him and AJ. Why not? But he said he'd like to do one more match if it was possible, but at his age, he doesn't want to risk it, right? I don't blame him one bit. Anyway, other than meeting Sting in 2001, I think my enduring memory of Sting, and this is gonna piss off a lot of Sting fans and probably Eric Bischoff as well. Starrcade '97, the entrance. Just all that build, that 16 months of Sting returning at Fall Brawl in '96 and showing the world that he was not the man that had turned, and then the slow burn, the transformation, the retreating into the darkness, the evolution of the character, and then, man, the entrance was great at Starrcade up until he actually came out. And I say that because rather than descending from the rafters as he always did, rather than make this grand thing, he simply walked out from the back. But the entrance itself, the music and the lights and the lightning effects, and Hogan's entrance. God, he was Hollywood. Hogan was never more Hollywood than Starrcade '97, man. He was just so cock full of his own shit, and it was just so it was everything a fan wanted up until the bell rang type thing, right? But the entrance of Sting, the entrance of Hogan, all that whole big thing, that is my enduring memory of the man called Sting. And I know he's done so much, the victories over Ric Flair for the world title, having to, throw WCW on his shoulders when Flair left, when Lex left, when Hogan came in and he tried to, still be that guy, when a lot of guys were coming in and diluting his importance to the company. And then never until, well, not never, but 13 years before he went, okay, I'll go. I'll make a jump. But, carrying TNA, strapping TNA to his back and, being the face of that company for over a decade. I love Sting, and I've forever championed him. My favorite Sting catchphrase is probably just the ow, the big yell, right? I love that about Sting. But his use of the only thing that's for sure about Sting is nothing's for sure is always going to be a favorite. Yeah, that one kind of like bugged, except I could understand it, him joining the Wolfpack because of Lex. That's the only reason I didn't completely fart on that. Is because Lex was there and it made sense because he was going to get, much like the Giant joining again in '98, just simply to go against Kevin Nash. It made sense to me because Sting was going against Hogan. Tom says, I wonder how the main event Starrcade would have been booked, what the finish would be had Montreal not happened. Well, if you listen to Eric Bischoff's podcast, if you read his book, if you read different accounts of different things, different people's accounts from that night, I don't think it was as much Brett being there as it was the way Sting showed up. And I don't know if they've ever asked Sting about this directly, so I'm not going to say I'm speaking for Sting or on behalf of Sting or whatever. But the rumored innuendo is Sting showed up in not proper headspace for the magnitude of what was to come. And he didn't have the look down. He wasn't, he wasn't the character that Bischoff envisioned him to be, or that Hogan wished he would have been walking into the MCI Center in DC that night. So the decision was made to pivot and do a different finish. And I wonder how far in advance they knew that Sting was not going to be that guy, because Brett was there. They did the Montreal type finish, and off we went to for me, that was really the beginning of, this is never going to end with the NWO. It's just going to peter out. So I really don't know if Brett being there was so much a factor in the decision to go, because from what I have been led to believe, and if you read the books, you listen to the interviews, whatever. And again, this could be part of it as well. Not going to lie, Jay, but if you read all accounts of it, it was to be Sting winning clean the World Championship. And to further comment on this, again, if you choose to believe the folks that were there, Hogan only ever pulled that card once ever for real. And that was actually said, I am invoking my creative control, brother. That doesn't work for me, and actually going through with it. And that would have been, of course, Bash to the Beach 2000. So I don't think the Sting thing was so much a doesn't work for me, brother. It was a combination of things that led to the kind of bogus finish we got, unfortunately. Oh, I kind of went all over the place, but I like it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about this week. I've got a lot going on. People are aware that are following my channel and my socials about what's happening on this end of things, behind the camera. So I appreciate everybody's patience as we continue to work toward the kiddos' sustained sobriety and everything we're doing. Brando, I'll tell you what, to get that answer to that question, I'm going to ask you to tune in to Simply Predicting on Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific on my birthday. I may be popping in. It's at 5 o'clock our time, and we usually have dinner around that time. And I'm actually supposed to be taking Dylan up to his mother's. But we'll see how things lay out. If I'm able to be on that show, I will give my predictions for Sunday. If not, I will give them during open mic night or even during the pre-show Sunday. You just get to, the only thing that for sure about Jeff's predictions is the day is not for sure. There you go. That's a little bit of a lead in, I suppose. So that is womp womp. Hey, you know what? that's life, brother, unfortunately. That's really it for me. I wanted to talk about Sting. I wanted to talk about the things going on this week and make it official that Greg Cherry will be back on his channel and mine for the Greg Cherry Show on the 13th. Jack of all trades will be back that 2 weeks after that. Still looking at when we're going to have dads be in a concrete place. And as far as the subject matter as well. So lots of stuff still to decide, but for sure, Staffway Sports Bar will be tomorrow. Meach's Musings on Wednesday. Simply Predicting on Friday. If NWA commits to something, Hard Times on Saturday. Open Mic Night on Saturday, of course. And Revolution on Sunday. And that is the way it is, folks. So we thank you again for that's fair. If you guys really want to hear my predictions for Revolution as far as the Sting match, I will gladly give them out, but you got to let us know. So I'm gonna briefly run a commercial. Maybe I'm not going to. I don't have that. Just kidding. I don't have that yet. Here's what you can look forward to on Staffboy Sports Bar tomorrow and every Tuesday. If a question comes in that has a super chat about my predictions, I'll answer. Otherwise, we'll see you here on NoDQ tonight for the Raw recap and all throughout the week right here on Multiverse Media.
You ever wanted to come into a sports bar where the barkeeps know their game? Well, the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, has got a production just for you. Sit down and relax as the Stat Boy and his partner break down the statistics in all things sports. Whether it's football, basketball, motorsports, baseball, hockey, soccer, professional wrestling, mixed martial arts, boxing, and much, much more. All are welcome. Your barkeeps here keep you up to date and in the know of everything going on in sports, while also having a pleasant conversation about it all. Your host and owner of the bar, Stat Boy Mike. His partner in crime, Dory Lou. And a host of other guests coming in. The food's hot, the seats are warm, the drinks are ice cold, and the sports talk is plentiful. Casa de 18 Studios presents Stat Boy Sports Bar. Take a bar stool and enjoy the show.
NoDQ.com. NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com. NoDQ.com.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.